Sa mga oras na ito, dako muna tayo sa Palasyo ng Malacanang para po sa mga mahalagang balita doon. Nakatutok doon ang aming kasamang si Elena Luna, mag-uulat ng live.
Maraming salamat, Kirby. Binigyang diin ng palasyo na para sa benepisyo ng mga Pilipinong nasa labas ng Metro Manila ang pagtanggal ng 2 bilyong pisong subsidy ng MRT at LRT. Dahil dito ay tumaas ang pamasahe sa tren. Ayon kasabay nito ay tiniyak ng palasyo na magkakaroon ng mga rehabilitasyon sa mga tren dahil sinabi ni Presidential Spokesperson Edwin Lacerda, direktiba daw ni Pangulong Aquino ang pagkakaroon ng renovations sa mga tren.
This is an issue which is Metro Manila centric. Certainly there is displeasure or dissatisfaction with the riding passengers. But again, just to explain it, hindi buong 28 pesos na idadagdag. But we're also going to allocate resources to the other regions of the country. We're also allocating resources to other projects which would better the condition of our countrymen as well. So, Metro Manila may be unhappy with the decision to raise, and not entire Metro Manila, some the passengers, especially the MRT riding passengers, may perhaps be unhappy with it, but we can assure the MRT riding passengers that rehabilitation is forthcoming. Rehabilitation has been planned this year. We're going to improve the services of the MRT. As to the rest of the country, what we are able to get from the subsidy originally taken from MRT will be used now for the development of the other regions, for the development of new projects that are worthwhile to the rest of the country and to all Filipinos, maybe perhaps also in Metro Manila. So this is how we look at it, and this is not Secretary Colomas already said this is not a popular decision insofar as the MRT riding passengers are concerned. But we are doing this because this is the right thing to do.
Sa briefing din kanina, Kirby, ay binigyang diin ng palasyo ang seguridad na ipatutupad sa pagdating ng Santo Papa sa susunod na linggo. Ayon kay Presidential Spokesperson Edwin Lacerda, direktiba raw ni Pangulong Aquino na doblihin ang PSG ng Santo Papa sa PSG na siyang nagsisecure sa kanya ngayon.
Nasabi na po ni Pangulong Aquino kung anong klaseng security ang ibibigay kay Presidente. Siyempre, concern din natin na wala siyang Pope Mobile, pero nasabi na rin ng Presidente na bibigyan niya twice the number of PSG that secures him. So, masusing pinag-aaralan the papal visit is being what do you call that? We're doing everything we can to secure not two things. We're doing everything humanly possible to secure the safety of the Pope and to ensure the safety also of the crowd. Because it's not just the Pope that we're concerned with the safety, it's also the crowd itself, and we hope that the crowd will be able to, that's why importante kasi yung kaligtasan din ng marami. So, hindi na isang concern din natin na ginagawa. Kasama po natin dito ang Simbahang Katoliko. We're coordinating with them the weekly press briefings of the joint government with Secretary Coloma and Archbishop Sok. That's the coordination we're doing to ensure that everything, all the activities of the Pope from the time that he arrives up till the time he departs will be coordinated properly.
Sa briefing din kanina ay tumugon ang palasyo sa ilang negatibong komento na naani sa naging interview kay Pangulong Aquino kagabi ng komedyanteng si Vice Ganda. Ayon sa palasyo, nag-number 1 ito sa Twitter kagabi at ipinakita nito ang isang mukha ng Pangulo na hindi naman nakikita ng publiko.
I think if you look at the interview itself, it was not meant to be a serious interview. And to a large extent, it showed the human side of the president, a side at which those of us who normally do not have an interaction with the president, had the opportunity to see first. And I don't think you can get that kind of the lighter side of the president in any serious interview, for instance, with Rappler or media journalists. Vice Ganda brought out the lighter side of the president, and it was positive, and I think people came to empathize with the president on the daily routine, on the burdens of government, and we certainly hope that it showed that the president, after all, is not always serious.
Samantala, Kirby, sa schedule naman ni Pangulong Aquino ngayong araw, meron siyang 3 meeting. Ongoing ngayon ang meeting ng Pangulo kasama si Executive Secretary Paquito Ochoa Jr. at ang Chief Presidential Legal Counsel. Kaninang alas 10 ng umaga, nagkaroon siya ng meeting kasama ang Presidential Management Staff at si Cabinet Secretary Jose Rene Almendras. Panghuling meeting ng Pangulo ang mamayang alas 3 ng hapon kasama ang kanyang mga speechwriters. At yan ang ating balita mula dito sa Malacanang sa tulong ng RTVM. Ako si Elena Luna para sa Telebisyon ng Bayan.
Maraming salamat sa iyo, Elena.